Ferry's British Rallycross Championship event at Nuts Corner is the first stop in a busy weekend for Rallycross racers. And ironically, it's the Irish who lead the British as they bring their series to our shores. The Larne River Club have assembled a formidable gathering of stars, so let's meet them.
4 times Irish champion and now leading the British Championship. That's not bad growth for a double right?
No, I suppose we've been lucky so far, and so we'll be trying again today.
Now this weekend obviously very important for you.
Yes, indeed, and there are 2 tracks that I know very well, and I'll be hoping to do well.
You come as the current British Rallycross champion and lying very high up in this year's series as well.
Yes, I do, that's right. I'm very fortunate, I suppose, to have had a second at the last meeting at Croft, although I never scored at Brands Hatch. I was in the super final, but never got the points. But we're hoping to give it our best shot this weekend in Ireland.
You were British champion 2 years ago. How hungry are you to get back that crown?
After Brands Hatch, we're very determined to have another go at it.
And the car going well?
The car's going very well.
Now, what has it got that other metros may not have?
Nothing really. Just everything's the car comes down to a package, and we have everything pretty near right.
John, you're looking a little concerned, indeed a little injured.
Yeah, I was out in practice, car going absolutely magic, and bottom corner felt pulling the wrong way, so we broke the diff, broke the shaft, going into the diff, and the shaft is left inside. Such a panic to get out and see what happened, walked into the open tailgate. It's only a scratch though, it's not serious.
John, dare I ask you, what age are you?
54 in July, this July. It's 37 years since I did my first race, which is a long way back. But it's still good.
Well, talk about family concerns in Rallycross. This is amazing. Cecil, introduce us to your family.
Well, this is my son John, on the right-hand side here. It drives a 6R4. And this is my son-in-law, Clive, who drives the Astra. I suppose the young boys can beat me now, so I have to take a back seat and take this little car.
A tremendous interest in this, Cecil, because not only do you race and the whole family race, but you also prepare the track. You do a terrific job.
Yes, well, I like the sport, and I get interested in the sport, and I like to see all the boys that takes part in the sport enjoying racing and enjoying the track, having the track right for them to enjoy racing.
Kind of tremendous competition within the family, yet you don't really race each other as such in your own classes, do you?
No, not at the minute we used to, but we're all in separate classes now.
Just to stop the arguing, huh?
No, just to get too big a competition, please, sir.
This car is well capable of getting into a super final, isn't it?
Yes, just fine if it didn't make Supercar. Usually run around the back of the grid, she didn't make, you know, but it's reliable, sure, and goes well.
So father is out there enjoying himself, but son is getting pretty serious in this game now.
That's right, well, we're up in the class 1 now at the 6R4, so trying to see if we can mix it with the Dennis and Dermot and the rest of the guys up there.
Now let's see what it's like to mix it round Nuts Corner with John Maloney as we do a lap and a half in the Happy Landscape Metro 6R4 driven by John Happy. That's what it looks like from the inside. Now from the outside, it's the A finals.
We start with the up to 1400cc Group M cars. On paper, a three-car field not looking very exciting, but anything can happen in Rallycross. Leading off the line, the championship leader from Iran, Sorab Padadir Nazar, in the Citroen AX. But the local interest, is Kevin Sherry right behind him in the little Suzuki, number 111. Third member of this group, Ian Brooks, in another of the Citroen AXs. These two up front, however, have been battling it out for the championship all year, and Kevin Sherry determined to get good points on his 2 rounds on home soil. So Sherry, coming up through the complex now, very tight little place as you come back onto the tarmac, a little uphill gradient here, and there's dirty stuff going on there. Nazar into the side of Sherry. Sherry nudges him back, and Ian Brooks is the man who benefits from this. Nazar's in contact again and up on 2 wheels. Now we see it in replay. And look at Nazar turn into Sherry there. That was a deliberate move. Sherry comes back. He's now fighting for space. He's leaning on Nazar, not giving him much room as he comes into this left-hander. And Nazar really loses out. But Ian Brooks really gains. Sherry now in second place. Nazar recovering himself back there in third place and a long way down. So the championship leader relegated to third. And one has to almost say good riddance there. That was pretty nasty driving. But we still have a real battle on for first place. Number 81, Ian Brooks, and Sherry in his rather battered little Suzuki there, up onto 2 wheels, and is he trying? And it just shows you can never predict a Rallycross race. So Ian Brooks trying to get a little space ahead of him. He knows that Sherry's very quick there in that Prentice back motor car. And Sherry desperately trying to find some space. Yellow flags there because the tires are still out. And this time it's Brooks' turn to do a bit of 2-wheeling. But that tire fortunately offline. And Nazar way behind now as Sherry slipstreaming the little AX Citroen. But it looks like Kevin Sherry, the Armagh driver, is going to have to settle for second. They're coming up to the line. It's going to be Ian Brooks' win. Sherry is second. And Nazar third, and that is going to change the championship situation with Sherry moving ahead.
In the modified class over 1600cc, Roger Newbold initially led in his Renault 5. But on lap 2, Clive Richards' beautifully driven Astra slipped through to take the A final. The up to 1600cc modified class was led all the way by Pembrokeshire's Mike Howland, with Dave Ward from Essex in second place and a hard-charging Richard Watts third in his Nova. The large Group M or showroom class was always going to be a battle between Nick Jones' Escort Cosworth and Tony Barty's Nissan GTI. Jones, the 1993 Group M champion, has been unbeatable this year. The equally brilliant Barty, who has been a frequent visitor to Nuts Corner, admitted that his new Nissan needs more development. Here, Jones, who's carrying our camera, is still being harried by Barty. Doubling around the whole field took a good third place. But this is all Brian Jones could see of the opposition at the finish. And so, we move to the supercars that everyone had come to see.
The Supercar A final, and John Happy makes the initial start, but Biggerstaff is muscling his way through on the inside. Happy trying to get through there is Turpin, and Flaherty seems to be pushing Happy into an understeer situation and running out of road. They're all through. Turpin is through in second, John Malone is through in third, then Flaherty, and look at poor John Happy stuck in the tires and right at the back of the field with a hopeless mission now in this 4.5 race. We join him from the start again, and you can see he was initially very quick off the line. There's Biggerstaff going through. Now watch the car really goes out of control as it's assisted head on into the tire barrier. And really there's not a lot John can do about that. except he's very annoyed indeed. Gets it off the barrier, but his chances of any good result and indeed a place in the super final are more or less gone. Meanwhile, Biggerstaff and Turpin fighting it out front. John Maloney in third place, then Mark Flaherty in fourth place, then the RS 200. That's Baker in the sole Ford, and there's poor John Happy right at the back of the field with an impossible mission. Meanwhile, the battle is gorgeous up front between the three Metros. Happy coming up now to try and catch, I think it's David Francis in the rear-wheel drive Cosworth engine escort there, but it's still Biggerstaff pulling out a little bit of a gap now, and Maloney, if anything, a little bit closer to Turpin that time, but Turpin, the current British champion, certainly hasn't given up. Here they come, up through the complex, off the loose. Very, very quick indeed, Biggerstaff up here, accelerating out, but we're back with John Happy, who is now trying to make up places on the inside of the back straight, gets contact there with Francis. Meanwhile, the battle up front is as hot and heavy as ever, in fact more so, as Turpin determined to get points. We've got the 1992 British champion, the 1993 British champion there battling it out, and there's the man who currently leads the championship, Dermot Carnegie, way back. Meanwhile, Happy now on the other side of the track a lap later, and this time he does make it through, but right on the knife edge. Up front, no difference, still Biggerstaff, still Turpin, very determined mood indeed. Maloney still in third place. We'll notice right at the back in sixth place, Dermot Carnegie, he'll have to make up places. But Turpin, the British champion, has very definite design skill on the lead in this race. And there's Carnegie in the background of the red and white Metro, not having a happy day at all after his win at Croft. Biggerstaff coming up now onto the last lap, and pulled out a little bit of a lead that time. Flaherty's still in fourth place, Baker's still in fifth place, and then Carnegie, who must get past him to get valuable points. Biggerstaff is glorious to watch. Up he comes for the last time. Now, into this long right-hander, onto the loose again, across the sprint track, down onto a bit more loose, and then into this very tight left-hander. Second and second, Maloney third, and Biggerstaff coming up to take the checkered flag, and almost everybody getting into the super final, with the exception of John Happy and David Francis.
From the A final for supercars to the super final.
And Claire Richardson and Roger Newbold are the additions to the grid this time, but up front it looks very much the same. Once again, Biggerstaff has the inside line, and look at Mark Flaherty going ahead of John Maloney there, up into third place. Then we have in fifth place Dermot Carnegie, and this is a very important one for him, because the points in the championship come from the super final. Dennis Biggerstaff, Mike Turpin, Mark Flaherty, then John Maloney, and then Dermot Carnegie, all Metros with those glorious V6 sounding engines. A few laps later and no change, except that the two front runners have really pulled away a little bit here, but Mike Turpin still a very determined mood all weekend, dying to get his revenge in Biggerstaff after his A final win. Flaherty still in third place, and contesting fourth place, the two Irishmen there, Maloney and Carnegie. And that's how it ends. It's been a big day for Biggerstaff on his home circuit, and he ends up within 5 points of the championship lead, but Carnegie is still holding on.